Hi, it's me again with Corel Tips and Tricks, part 2 of this. I will always grab the bitmap. I actually think this one looks closer to what they're wanting if we cut out some of the letters, come out some of the engraving or the contouring. But this looks more like the original. I actually think this is more or less was what they would want. This makes it look like the letters, so that was part 1. I'm going to go ahead and do part 2, and we'll see if we can't reduplicate this. Of course, I don't have the exact font I had in the picture of it, but we're going to left click, right click. We're going to go to object, break them apart. So now we've got individual parts. I'm going to go ahead and turn them all into curves. And then individually, I'm going to contour them. So I'm going to go to effect. I could have contoured them all at one time, but I think this is the easiest way because you'll see in just a second. And it doesn't take any time just to go ahead and move them over. And there's probably several trains of thought. I'm going to go ahead and break the contour apart, break the 8 objects apart. And then I'm going to, this is going to be a little bit of manual manipulation, but if you grab all that, start moving it, hold down the control button, and you see we have double lines, and you could quite possibly weld some of this, but by the time you figured out what's going to work, you could virtually delete, segment delete. So we want the O to look like it's on top, so we're going to grab the virtual segment delete key, and that's why I turned it into a curve, because I'm able to do this, and it's not a text anymore. So that's going to look like it's on top of that one. We're just deleting the inside parts of the letter, so the letter to the right makes it look like it's overhanging. This one I should have probably brought it in a little bit more, but not really. If we just do this, and then one more part down here. So I'm just deleting all the stuff that the letter would be in the back. And this would be if they were going to maybe print it. So what we're going to do, we're going to take the Smart Fill tool. It's still set on that color. So what we could do, that looks pretty good. Now we could take, let's take a white if they were going to print this. And let's zoom in here. And get the Smart Fill tool and set this on white. And you have to do the inside of the O. And now let's look at that on like a blue background. Go up to object, order, back a page. And that's what it's going to look like printed. The outline of the white makes it appear that it's hanging over the edge. If you weren't going to print it, you could not put in that white. So I'm going to take the white away. Make sure we got the white away. So let's yellow box it again, or let's blue box with the work, order, back a page. So now so that looks pretty good if you were going to do that on a blue t-shirt. Of course, if you were going to do that, you would want to take away the outline. And that still, to me, looks the best. But then to get individual outlines, we could put an outline around that 2. We could put an outline around the 0. We could put an outline around the 3 and the 2. And I should have made all the outlines a little, and I don't think this is going to work. I think it's going to add some points where I don't want that. So what I would do is, let me back up here. So where there's no outline, I'm going to change my outline pen, artistic, to black, and make it, let's just make it 16 points. And then when I click on that and make it black, see how it's making the outline thicker, and only on the letters. So this is going to look more like their picture, more like the graphic up here. So it just all depends on which way you think looks the best. That to me doesn't look like they're on top of one another. That looks like they're just kind of embedding, where this one, to me, makes it look like they're on top of each other. Anyway, I hope that helped them a little bit. Thank you for watching.